Hello everybody, this is Molly. How are y'all doing tonight? Well, I've been working the last couple of days on a little mini album, and this is the front to the box, and what I was trying to figure out if I could do is make one of those graphic 45, obviously not graphic 45, but kind of copy the idea from graphic 45 of one of their boxes. I'm thinking with Christmas coming and all kind of holidays and all, that it'd be nice to be able to do some minis in boxes. And also I was playing around with how to engineer this. So this is the outside. So I made it simple on the front and back so that it could slip on a shelf. Obviously you'd want to tie it with a ribbon or bow and give it. But this, when it's sitting on the shelf, this is what you'd see. And that one says, I believe. I've used a rose. I've dyed some pretty bling here. This is the center. A lot of the Wild Orchid craft flowers or I Am Roses flowers are just two-dimensional for me. I'll flatten the edges, then I'll pull out the center, which is a little rosebud. So I use that one there. So there's that. And then what happens, this is a, let me see if I can get it up closer for you. There's a piece of chipboard that I cover with one paper, lined it with a little green color there, and then this is the front. You could put, something on there, whatever you want to do, but I just left it plain here. Closes with a magnet. And then the gift box opens, and this is what's inside. So I think it would make a pretty little gift album. Okay, you can see I used all kind of little seam binding ribbons on the edge, some bling here from Prima, one of the silver corners from Memento, which is the old Recollections, new Michaels brand Memento, a stick pin I've made, and then some pretty little organza flowers that I got from Sue. Thank you, Sue. How you doing? This is a piece of the sticker sheet from K & Company, and I just mounted it on chipboard so it would have a little dimension to it. A butterfly bead. This is one of the Michaels dollars. There's a little velvet flower underneath there. And the front cover page is with dragonfly paper. So that's a pretty sweet little frilly album, and all the little ribbons are pretty. So when you open it up, I'm saying pretty. I hope it's pretty. Now, of course, my style's kind of tailored and all. But anyway, so this is a little envelope here. This is one of the matte pieces that I got from K & Company that, all four corners have this little die cut edge on them. So I just trimmed that one down to make a label size, or tag size, and wished I could slip it right back in there. Let's see if I can with one hand. Why is that wanting to stick? There we go. Put the little acrylic flower on there, and then mounted a couple of, you remember these old flowers from Prima? Pretty, and then there's an old Prima flower on top of that. This page right here is a clear page from K & Company, one of the little acrylic pieces. Acetate pieces in the middle there. And you know how Steffo Gal shows us how to do that. Stephanie, who is just, I'm such a big fan of hers. I hung a little charm from the edge of that page just to give it some movement. Next page is just the pretty paper. This is lifted up here, of course, somehow, some way, So it says believe on the outside of the book. So you're believing. Here's the next page. You can see there I dyed a flower with some turquoise on the edge, purple in the middle. Just put some bling and different flowers. This is a butterfly from K & Company. Put a couple of pieces of bling there. Next page, plain as it can be. Just put one piece of bling because I'm trying to thin my stash down. And what you're going to see after this is I've made a little part of the film is showing how I'd like to destash. I've made a page kit that's out of these papers, and I will be making some more kits, trying to make some room in that craft room. And then this page, all I did was added some stickles to the pretty paper. It's so pretty. And stuck a little K & Company 3D dimensional there. This right here is a piece of gemstone. Isn't that beautiful? It's like crackle glass from Recollections. I had bought a pack in every color. I just love them. Some bling from Prima, and I actually dyed these with alcohol ink, so get them a pretty blue color. Cut them apart, and then this page lifts out. So it makes a little thing, and if I could get it to open, you'd see that it unfolds. I don't know how else to word it, but let me see if I can put this down and show you. Not too complicated, but anyway. Oh, it's stuck there. Okay, so that makes just a little tri-fold or quad fold there that slips back in there. And then this is a piece of that matte paper, and I just folded it. See how all the corners are cute, and folded it so it's what makes the pocket there. Pretty. Next page. I just mounted one of the little stickers again on a piece of chipboard, only glued it on the edge. so that this piece slips out. I love this paper. Add a little butterfly there, and then that unfolds. So you've got quite a bit of room for pictures or journaling on that, and then it just slips back in there. So that it's a very simple book, but I love how it turned out. Here's another piece of the clear, and that pretty with the butterflies on it. Flips over. You see where I've just layered a couple of velvet flowers, put a little bit of stickles on the edge, mounted them there. Okay. Oh, and I think I got the back cover of the book, maybe. No. Okay. This next page, just layered a couple of Prima flowers, nothing too fancy. Put some middle stamens in the middle. They were a different color, and I just painted them gold with the Sharpie gold, you know, metallic pen. Little bristle there. Little bling piece there. Bristle, where the heck did that come from? Okay, just adhered a flower to this clear piece. Pretty. And then the last page, very, very simple. Each moment is a gift, and just put a couple of pieces of bling on that so it would show. So it's just a real cute, sweet little mini. Let me get it lined back up. That fits in the box. So you can imagine giving that to a little girl, or you know, a sweet young thing, anybody actually, for a pretty little keepsake piece. Just tie a pretty piece of ribbon on it, and you're good to go. So I did put together a page kit to go with this. If you're interested or like these kind of colors and papers, I've got a kit where you could, I don't have the chipboard in it, but I've got a lot of the other elements and all. So I hope you like it. Please leave a comment. And remember to stop by my blog. That's where I'll have the kit listed, and some still pictures of this. iloveminialbums.blogspot.com. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I hope y'all have fun. Stay tuned if you're interested in seeing what the kit is. Bye. Stay tuned if you want to see the kit. Well, hello everybody. This is Molly. How are y'all doing today? Well, you know, I'm such a magpie. If I see something, I've just got to have it or got to do it. I'm noticing a lot of people on YouTube are now doing de-stash videos. I've showed you my little mini, but now I want to share with you the leftovers of what I've done. Oh, excuse me. And so this is a kit that I put together. I'm experimenting on my blog with adding PayPal buttons. I'm hoping it works well. I'm new to this, but I put together this kit. I've got it listed for $22, and then you pay $5.95 shipping. So for under $30, this is what you'd get. Now, I'm also going to be showing, listing one that's going to be a fall kit, and then I've got a Peon Design package that I'm going to be putting together that's much more vintage, softer colors and things like that. So if this works well, I'll be de-stashing, if that's what you call it. Trying to make room for new stuff is what I call it. Anyway, some kits. So this is what this one consists of. Now let me see if I can get to where you can see a little better. What you're going to see here, let me see if I can show you. I've taken some of the stickers, sheets that came with the kit, and I mounted them on chipboard. How cute. So that they become nice 3D embellishments for you. So you're going to get a whole stash of those. I'm not sure if I've counted how many, but you can see how many I'm setting aside. I hope the lighting's good on this. Me and you. Love, isn't that cute? So you've got some tall thin ones, some nice square ones. And I'm calling this kit the K & Company Blue Dragonfly. Cool Blue Dragonfly, I think. And then there's some loose flowers. There's even an acrylic flower, which is a pretty little blue one. You've got some loose flowers in a paper. And then here you've got some, oh, there's more chipboard pieces. Here you've got some loose flowers. These are some of the beautiful flowers that I used on the cover. They're a nice sparkling organza, and they're just cute as they can be. These are a velvet flower. You've got some of those. And then, of course, I included some of the leaves that you saw on the cover of the book. So there's a nice little assortment of flowers there. In addition to that, I dyed some seam binding and crinkled it. So you got the pretty colors, the blues and aquas and lilacs, violets that go with the line. Some blues and greens. Now, I've wrinkled them up. If you don't like the wrinkling, you got to break out your little iron and iron them. But the wrinkling just seems to add a softer effect. And then, of course, the blue greens. And then a little piece of satin turquoise ribbon just for tying in bellies, and then another piece of the green ribbon. So there's lots of ribbon there. Okay, what you're going to see here is some charms. Let me move them around. Come in a little closer. Well, that's going to take me off camera. Let's see if I can do something here about that. So you'll see there's some silver charms to dingle dangle off the edge or on the pages. A couple of butterflies. And ladies, or gents, if you think my hands are a shade of blue, they are. I was dyeing that ribbon, took my gloves off, and then decided to do a couple more pieces. So there's some pretty ribbon, butterfly charms, a heart, another pretty flower, pretty little picture frame. Here's a cute little sequin butterfly. And then I did a couple of pieces, where I just used some Tim Holtz fragments and centered some butterflies on there. And then these right here, let me see if I can pick them up to show you. Hold on. Well, let's see. Anyway, hold on. Or some little blue plastic pieces that are little butterflies that you can hang off things, just in keeping with the theme. Another flower. One little pretty stick pin. Got a purple top and blue beads. An old piece of Making Memories metal that's got a butterfly on it. That's cute. Some loose flowers that I dyed. Whoop, hold on. Sorry about that. Hold on. Here's a loose flower that I dyed. If you can see, it's a pretty turquoise with Lindy stamp gang, and there's a little bit of the purple color on the edge. One that I've done in a pretty more green. A couple of I Am Roses or Wild Orchid crafts flowers that I've dyed, and then put in some buttons. This is not how this card of flowers came from Prima. I've just put together some flowers that I thought, out of my stash, that I thought would go with the lines. And so those are the card of that. Got some pretty little organza butterflies. Some of the Michaels Dollar Bling butterflies. Whoop, one more piece of ribbon. That's some of the pretty thing from Abby and Danielle. Little 1/4-inch ribbon that's so pretty. This right here is a collection of, I think about 4x6 papers, double-sided. You could use them for mats or for the pages. You've got some sheets of the clear pieces that you can use over a picture or, between the pages, as Steph Gal uses so much, and I copied in my little album. So you've got 4 of those. Some of the matte sheets that have the die-cut edges. You saw where I made a little flip page out of those. But there's several of those in the kit. One complete sheet of die cuts. The 3D dimensional grand adhesions, I think K & Company calls them. And then here's the paper. It's 20 different sheets of paper, double-sided, all of them. So let me go through them as fast as I can. So you can see where it's just beautiful blues and greens and purples. Just cool, fresh, summery looking things. I hope this is not making y'all dizzy doos, me flipping around, but you can see why I'm calling it dragonflies. It's got butterflies, dragonflies, birds, if you like birds, stripes, just pretty cool and summery is how else to word it. So for the $22 plus the shipping, you could make almost a full 12x12 album. You could certainly make a couple of minis and some cards. And more importantly, you could help me make at least a 1/2 inch of room in my craft room, because it's overflowing. I love this one. Isn't that pretty? Okay, let me reach over and grab the last little stash. That's so pretty. And what I did was I pulled papers out of like 3 different K & Company tablets, that all kind of blended together to give you the best of all the books. And this is a beautiful kind of a batik watercolor look. Okay, so that's the kit, $22. I'm hoping if everything worked, it's up on my blog. There is only one kit. I will be adding some fall kits and things later. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have fun scrapping. Bye.